What up, though? And welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Kurt Steele. Today, we recap the first day of the legal tampering period, for the Detroit Lions. Please do the channel a quick favor. Like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. If you enjoy the content and you keep coming back and you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 3,000 subscribers. And we are currently at 2768. Got picked up 10 yesterday, man. Thank you guys for joining. We now have channel memberships, another way for our channels to grow. So go check it out on our homepage. And still working on this store, but as soon as we get it up, we will have it on the page as well. So make sure you do that. Now it's time to bring in my co-host for today's show. First up, man, y'all see him, man. He got that draft background going down there in Jackson, Michigan, man. Down there cooking meals for kids, man, coaching kids, running fades, writing rhymes. It's the Wolverine who?
Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Man, and if anybody don't know who it is, man, go check out his green thumb over on Instagram because he sure be farming some yamage over there on Instagram, man. It's the ladies' pet, the men's regret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Women want him and men want to be him. LL Cool Toys. What's going on, my dude?
What's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday morning.
Man, we're coming to you. We only gonna do recorded shows, usually twice a week, but we're gonna bring you the first 3 days of this free agency. And we're gonna go ahead and chop it up today. If you're new to the channel, you don't know how the show works, man. We look at Detroit Lions news headlines it takes. If we agree, we said they are bossed up. If we disagree, we say they are balled on them. We give our reasons why we agree or disagree. No hot takes here. It's our natural debate, our true thoughts and opinions about what's going on with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. Man. Okay. So, yeah. The Lions were quiet for most part during the first day of free agency's legal tampering period. They made the signings of Ezekiel Turner, Derek Barnes, and Marcus Davenport official. And Big Skip back in the building, man. He agreed to return on a 1-year deal. Yeah. So let's go ahead and put that up. So all those guys back. Any thoughts on any of these guys coming back to the Lions? To me, I'm like, I already know what Ezekiel Turner is. He's a what do you call it, special teams guy. I already know what we want from Derek Barnes. We already kind of discussed that. But Dan Skipper, I'm liking Skip back. Skip coming back, playing that swing tackle. I like what Skip has. He's one of those guys that has developed under Dan Campbell and under Hank Fraley. So I like Skip coming back for a 1-year deal. So what do you guys think? Skip coming back? Yeah, and they good? We good with Skip?
Yeah, definitely. I like it. He's being used in a way that you usually don't use your backup tackles.
Mm-hmm.
So and he's good at it. He's good at that job. So yeah.
I mean, he actually played decent when he came in for Decker last year. So he didn't play bad. He's played guard, he's played swing tackle, he's played big tight end. He's kind of did whatever they want him to do, and he's done it pretty well.
I think he plays better at guard than he does at tackle. But he faceted, so yeah, it's good, man.
Yeah. What you got, LL?
Yeah, I like it. Welcome back, Skip. I think, I don't know the numbers on last year, but we was probably, if not the number one, but one of the number one or one of the top teams that use the 6th offensive lineman. So, he's pretty important around here, or a player like that is pretty important around here. So, myself, I've been wondering, like, what the hell they're going to end up doing with Manu, with Giovanni Manu. And some people have been speculating he's Dan Skipper's replacement, at least not this year. So, welcome back, Skill.
I think, well, everybody keeps saying that he was supposed to be a guard, supposed to be going in next to Sewell as far as Giovanni Manu, but I don't know if he can develop into that. I haven't seen enough of a tape on him, but I like Skip back in the building, man. He's versatile. He can play guard, he can play tackle, he can play the extra tight end entering the line. So yeah, man, welcome back, Skip, man. And I think Detroit is a place where he's finally had some what you call stability. Where and this is like the second time he's coming on straight onto the roster and not to the practice squad. Because remember how many years he was like that time he spent so many years on the practice squad, so it was just like year after year after year, and then elevated whatever. So now he's starting off on the active roster. All right, so we got that out of the way. All right, so big news of the day yesterday was that the Lions are agreeing to terms with cornerback DJ Reed. Was the big story of the day after Carlton Davis got that 3-year deal with New England for $60 million. He wasn't getting that in Detroit. Reed's deal in Detroit is reportedly for 3 years as well for $48 million. Now they're saying that the Lions made a push to try to get Davis back in the door, but I think that number was just a little bit too high for the Detroit Lions. Now Reed was ranked one of the top free agents by ESPN for this year since 2022. He's had a 84.4 coverage grade by PFF, and that was 7th among all cornerbacks. Last year, his grade, however, was not that. It was about a 70.1. Now he's green in all of his kind of metrics on PFF. So, decent like coverage grade, run coverage grade, pass coverage, and pass rush coverage. Doing that. So he's pretty good. Lockdown percentage from PFF 51.28. That's pretty good. Yards per target 3.6, which was first in the NFL. Passer rating 33.6 was his 5th. Yards per coverage snap 0.4, which is 4th in the league. Completion percentage allowed was 40%, which was first in the league. Okay. If you watch this show, you know that I was not and still not a big fan of this signing. The money's okay, but the numbers he put up in coverage last season and the last couple of seasons were against who? It wasn't against primary receivers, it's against number 2 receivers, because guess who was playing on the other side? Sauce Gardner. So he was playing the number 1 guys. Is he going to be the number 2 in Detroit to Terrion Arnold? Well, he's getting number 1 money, and he's only 5'8". Excuse me, 5'9". He's 5. I took an inch from him. He's 5'9", but he light in the ass. 188 pounds. That's a slight corner. Will he be a liability in the red zone when defending against taller receivers? Now, I'm not saying that Reed is a bad cornerback. I ain't saying that at all, because I can't. The numbers says he's not. He is tough and he's physical for his size and versatile in man and zone coverage. He can play both. All I'm saying is that we have a 5'9" cornerback on the roster. That's a dog in Amik Robinson. And I like my outside corners with a little height on them. Hell, I'm taller than DJ Reed, and I ain't that tall. I don't like the signings just because of the fact that now we got 2 Smurfs playing in the secondary. That started that quarterback in nickel and the outside.
You done started something now,
man. I don't care how big that dude plays, man. There's going to be times that bigger wide receivers can take advantage of his size. It's just the truth. I mean, you look at Amik Robinson, right? When we played the Bears last year, what did Rosa Dunze do? Okay, you get physical me at the line, I'm just gonna box your ass out down the field. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have him throw it up, and I'm gonna box you out. I can out jump you at 5'9", at 6'3". That it just don't marry up. You know what I'm saying? The Smurf uniforms, the all blue, gonna have a different meaning this season, because you can have them 2 short ass quarterbacks out there playing in the secondary, man. Now I can't say that he doesn't have good numbers. Like I said, man, you're playing against the number 2s. Sauce Gardner's playing against the number 1s. Now I can't say he didn't make plays. He had 11 pass breakups last year. I mean, solid dude. I can't, and he's if primarily healthy. If he's on the field, if he's healthy, he's on the field. I think he's averaged more games per year than our previous cornerback
Mm-hmm.
with Carlton Davis. Played 14 games last year, 15 games the year prior, 17 games the year prior to that. Um, in Seattle, when he became a starter, when he was in 14 games, he started all 14 games of his last year in Seattle, which was 2021. So I can't say that the guy, he has one of the best abilities, which is availability, but and we're gonna play some big receivers this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at that cat now. And you got a guy like Christian Watson, right? Who's tall that can fly. You know what I'm saying? Get down the field. Ronald Duze, you know what I'm saying, down there in Chicago, who's a tall that can fly. We're talking about in the division. You know what I'm saying? You got some bigger guys in the division. Now, Justin Jefferson, he's tall, but he's not big. We all know you could push his little ass off his route. If he'll light you up if you don't get him off his route. But if you can get him off his route like Meek Robinson did last year, you definitely can get, you know what I'm saying, you can get to a player like Justin Jefferson. But if you 9 times out of 10, man, you look at the guys that we're going to be playing our schedule, we're going to play some big receivers. Think about when we play Pittsburgh. What the hell are we going to do with DK Metcalf? I mean, the only problem with DK Metcalf right now is he ain't got nobody throwing the damn ball. But, but all right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you my straight up opinion. Yeah, I already know, man. This is a ball on for me. I didn't like the signing. I don't like it at all. Um, because you just have two corners that's exactly the same size. I think Amika Robinson is probably a little bit like beefier, stronger than DJ Reed, but he got a little more size on him. But as far as the height, man, you got to, man, shoot, man. Geronimo might be able to go on the field and box one of them cats out. All right. All right. What y'all got, man, on the DJ
Man.
Reeves?
Oh
Simon.
man. Um, man. For me, well, let's start off with this. I'm happy that Brad Holmes didn't just sit on his hands and let Carlton Davis walk without a plan. Um, so I'm glad for that. That he didn't just, kind of like, oh, we'll figure it out. So I'm glad for that. I'm glad that they didn't overspend. I guess. Um, because Carlton made 20. He averaging 20 million a year. That's hell to the no. Um, with that being said, damn man, man, it's not that DJ Reed is a bad player. It's not because he's a good player. But damn man, that 5'9". Oh my god. Damn, and you know what? It's not gonna show up. Like in between the 20s, from 20 to 20, where it's gonna show up is in the red zone, and he'll probably have a good coverage rate in between the 20s, but then he'll give up that one, two catches a game that's so crucial and so critical that it's like, dang. And then everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna see and the ESPN or NFL Network gonna put up that 5'9" ratio, and then and then you know what I'm saying. But like I said, Brad had to do something, right? And he was the best available cornerback, ratings wise and in the NFL. So but man, I can't get over that. Having two 5'9" guys, man, like these number ones are so big now, like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". Like what are you gonna do against Mike Evans?
Mm.
Um oh you're
Ooh.
I
Mm.
just man, I just
Mm. Lord have mercy.
yeah. I'm sorry, Brad. This is not what I'm trying to. I'm not trying to make this a joke. I'm genuinely concerned about what happens when we get in the red zone. Um. Oh man. We better scheme up a lot of pressure A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. We better be going after some pass rushers because they're gonna have to be on their ass because you cannot allow the receiver to run downfield and then basically run downfield, turn around, elbow, elbow. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying? And that just oh Lord Jesus. But you know what? I'm happy you are here, DJ Reed, because you are the best cornerback that was available ratings wise. So but man, I just fear for that same thing that Kurt's talking about, man, is
Man, we look at some of the big receivers we're gonna play this season. We're gonna play AJ Brown when we play the Eagles.
oh Lord.
We're gonna play Mike Evans again when we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Y'all
mm,
already y'all already know what we're gonna see in the division. But I'm looking at this, man. I'm like, got Devontae Adams out there in LA.
mm.
We play the Rams again. I ain't worried about Cleveland, and I don't know who's going to be quarterback out there. We play the Ravens.
They ain't
Um,
got no big guy.
uh, T. Higgins when we play the Bengals again this year. Uh, yeah, we got some big receivers. We're gonna be matching
I
up
mean,
with.
Jamar
Uh,
Chase is 6'1", ain't he?
yeah, he the same. Actually
Ish.
Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is actually the same size as Amon-Ra St. Brown. They're about exactly
Oh,
the same size.
oh, okay.
It's just he plays more he plays on the outside and Amon-Ra plays most
Right,
primarily in the slot.
right.
So
And I'm not trying to be a
uh
numbers guy. Like I'm not trying to be like, oh, he's this tall. He's it. It's just so obvious. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you
I
look out there, you be like,
I like that everybody gonna say it now because I
we
didn't.
gotta
Let me
say
say
it
this.
now.
No, no,
Go ahead.
no, because I don't think that the story is gonna be the same once we actually playing football. I think everybody gonna shut up and let them play football. I don't know either though because I had mentioned his name. I didn't know he was that short. And then once Kurt mentioned that he was that short, I said, "Yeah, I don't know," because I don't necessarily like having a bunch of short cornerbacks. I don't really care though. If you could play football, you could play football. I remember a while ago we had a conversation about defensive tackles, and I was talking about one who landed in Tampa and his size, and I said, "Yeah, he's a good player, but I don't really like him that small." Oh, and I heard all the shit that y'all said. So I think size is way more important on the inside of the defensive line than it is on the outside of the defense. Now, with that being said, we can just look at the Jets and see how he handled it in the red zone. I don't really know. And that's why I'm saying that. Not to be sweet or
Mm.
nothing, but we could just look at that. I think he held his own. I think he go hold his
He
own.
did. He gave up
Um,
3 touchdowns last year total.
um, so there you have it. So I mean, some just to use this cliche, of course, but sometimes it ain't about the size of the dog. It's about the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. Maybe I don't know, but he here now. He gonna play football. He didn't come at a price as some of those other corners did yesterday. So
Ooh,
hopefully this isn't you get what you pay for type of thing, but this is just another thing for when y'all be saying, "Oh, all that Brad Holmes propaganda." Yeah, remember this. Remember these moves that y'all just be like, man, I don't know. Because when I question them, I want y'all to shut up and let me question them too.
uh, for I don't like. I just think that I think it was a necessary move.
Yeah, exactly,
I think it was a
exactly.
Mm,
necessary move
I don't. I
because of the
don't.
fact that you would leave um unless you would. I think we were talking about moving Amik out to the outside and then bringing Rexhaw into the slot. LL.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. I get you. I get it.
Or one of the, that's what I was gonna say. Like it wasn't necessarily a necessary move, and I don't like hearing that either. That well, Brad had to do something. Don't just do something. Just be doing something, Brad Holmes. Now you know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying. And
I
I'm
would
not. I'm
say
not. I'm
this.
not.
Yeah.
And I heard that from more than just from what y'all had just said too. I'm
Hmm.
just. I don't. I don't
Right.
like. I personally just don't like hearing that. Oh, at least he did something. No, 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 no.
Nah, you just can't do anything you want to do and think it's gonna be
Right.
cool. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
you have to be calculated. Now, do I think that he's done messing with the secondary? Absolutely not. I think it may be another free agent. It may be something in the draft. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, where we add a piece here or there, and it's like okay, because I think Brad Helm has a plan. Um,
Yeah,
it,
definitely.
it I was looking at over the cap yesterday, and I was looking just how many people that we have that's still signed to the roster, and we didn't have a lot of open. Like as far as we had, like a lot of the 90-man roster open, but as far as your 53-man roster, I think we had like 51 or 53 still on the active roster. I mean, because like your 91 guys, those guys are 1-year deals, or they exclusive free agents or whatever it is, right? That or restricted free agents. So uh we have the most of the bulk of the rosters already signed. Um or the bulk of the starters are. So I mean, I think you're still gonna look at where we might get younger on the edge. Look at some of the monster deals some of those edge rushers got yesterday. They got some monster deals.
Yeah, they did.
Big
They did.
deals. Like I'm looking at the deal with we were all talking about Josh Sweat. He wasn't getting that deal in Detroit. Carlton Davis wasn't getting any deal in Detroit. And I'm like, look at these deals, like, have mercy. These dudes is getting big money. And that really takes Trey Henderson out of the deal. Because you look at those all those big ass contracts that went out with edges, man, Trey Henderson they come to Detroit because he gonna want one of those deals. And right now, Brad Holmes is focusing on re-signing the guys that he has, because you gotta look at some of the deals that's coming up. Aiden Hutchinson, Kirby Joseph, some of those big deals are going to be on the horizon. So that's why I'm not stuck on a big name in free agency, where I think where we might get we might trade up and get a big time pass rusher in the draft.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Because you got to think, you got Brad Holmes' specialty is the draft. That's where he do his cooking at. That's he's proved that the last few years. So, I don't know if he's gonna trade up to get one. The hope is that he will, because those guys, because it's a copycat league, and and now everybody's gonna be on pass rushers right now. I mean, they always are, but now they really on them. And I just so when we get to pick 28, I just don't think that day one starter on the side of opposite of Hutch is gonna be there at 28.
I think you got to go. You might have to go up and get him.
Yeah, so I think you might have to go up to like 15. Maybe even 12 to 15 area to get one of those guys, man. But I want to bring. I don't know if it's like if it's a different segment or not. But have y'all seen what they doing in Chi-Town?
Oh yeah, they're
man. Look, see, I don't
here Mike
start
go being
dismissing,
scared again. Here, no, I ain't gonna dismiss him, but here you
Don't
go
start
being scared. Here you go
I'm
being
not being
scared again.
scared. I'm not
Yeah,
being
you
scared. I'm
is.
being real.
You
Shit,
being
it
scared.
ain't being scared. It's being real.
Yeah, you is. Turn your nightlight on.
It's being for real. Like there's no being scared about it. I'm not scared. I'm just being for real. What
well.
they've done. I mean, I don't know what you doing all that for, because
You're scared.
because I'm not scared, but I'm being for real. When you got to be for real about what they doing out there, man. They go out and they get a defensive tackle, a defensive end. They get a whole new interior offensive line. We said, because we've been saying, like, man, like Cat Woods is cool, but that interior offensive line is like, it's gonna have him running around for his life. And then they go and they just replace the whole damn interior offensive line. Like that's like absolutely what we said, that that like, man. Now then they defense, is already, like, oh, they got some names on that defense. They're playing pretty good. Then they go ahead and they address the trenches. Like, that's what this whole free agency was about, was addressing the trenches so that they can do whatever the hell they want to do in the draft. And I was kind of mad about that, and I was mad about that because that was a good ass plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't mad about it because, like, that, like, oh, I'm like, damn, this is exactly what he should probably do. But I'm not saying he did it all by himself, because Poland had a little bit to do with it. But I'm just saying he, like, I'm like, I'm going over there, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'll say this. Poles has done this thing, before, where Poles has brought all this talent in, right? So you bring all this talent, right? So, and there's a difference between amassing talent and building a team. Like Jonah Jackson, as there's a reason they let him go, they let him walk out the door after one season. Can't stay healthy. Really didn't play that well last year. Not saying he won't play well in Chicago, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't let a guy like that, you spent all that much money to re-signing this guy as a free agent in LA and then let him walk out the door after one season. So now Tooney is a great and I'm not sure about the guy from the Falcons. The Falcons had offensive line issues last year.
He
It
was
wasn't great,
Altman. Yeah.
but he was good. Their tackles still aren't really that great.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
they mid. You know what I'm saying? I still think they're not the best offensive line in the division. It still belongs to Detroit. It
Yeah.
is what it is. So yeah. You know, they signed a lot of older guys. You know what I'm saying? I get it. They made moves for bigger names, but yeah, I'm not sold
Yeah.
on Chicago.
The only thing that I didn't like about it was that you all know the the worst pressure come up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you don't want him coming off the edge as much, but Caleb Williams, when they get back there, he got a little bit of wiggle to him that he can, he can get out of there, man. So that's the only thing I was looking. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, but
oh, okay.
but our
Oh,
outside
wait a
guys
minute.
got to him last season though.
Yeah,
Even
yeah, they did.
Aquadine Muhammad and Big Z got to him a few times. But anyways, man, hey man, like the
Yeah,
video, share the video,
Hold
comment
on
on the
now.
video, man. I'm gonna get to you, LL. But we got to make sure we get some pay the bills, man. Make sure you
yeah.
get this content in Detroit Lions like yourself, man. Fans like yourself. Go ahead, LL. What you got?
My apologies. I just really wanted to pick. I really, who gives a shit what they do? Like, let them get as good as they want, dog. I don't care. Sign Orlando Pace and whoever else, all the
You said,
offensive,
ooh, you said
Orlando
Orlando
Pace.
yeah, yeah,
Pace.
sign all the Hall of Fame offensive linemen that you want. Ain't that what you want? So we can still go out there and kick their ass. I don't care. Do whatever you got to do, man. Go build up that offensive line because we want them to be, mentionable. Because ain't no fun in beating 5 and 12 teams every year. You know what I'm saying? Unless that's what you like to do. But yeah, no, I mean, get good so we can still beat y'all. I don't care. I like it. I like those. I like that to happen. Ain't that we've been bragging about being in the hardest division in football, right? So they get a little bit
still,
better,
and still we're 15-2 and swept the division. So
and we
and
still can do
and
that again.
we was hurt we had so many people hurt
Yeah,
last year, and we
it
still
was
swept
a
the
lot of
No,
division.
ain't
injuries.
no. I get it, though, Mike, because that's what smart football teams do is what they're doing,
Right,
right? Addressing
exactly.
a need,
Yeah,
addressing a glaring need.
yeah,
But who
definitely.
gives? Who cares, man? That's all I say. I keep it clean. Who cares, dog?
Yeah, I feel you, dog. Hey, man, like this video, share the video, comment on the video. Like I said, man, helps get this content to more Detroit Lions fans like yourself. Thank you for joining us today on our day one recap of the legal tampering period. We'll be back tomorrow with a recap of day two, and we'll have some more content
Hopefully,
later for, down the week, man. Yeah, I mean, we'll know. I mean, like last year, he only made two. Brad Holmes only made two moves on the first day last year.
yeah.
So we got some more stuff coming up. We'll see. Hey, if you haven't done so already, make sure you follow the crew on your favorite social media platforms. My man, Coach John, does a great job over there on Wolver Lions Sports Talk and on this channel making some shorts. And make sure you check out his Beyond the Ropes playlist, boxing playlist right here on this channel as well. I post content from this show on all of my social media platforms. Man, X was had tripping yesterday. Man, they had some ghosts and goblins and they in their servers yesterday because that thing went out like 6-7 times.
Yeah, it
But
did.
and make sure you follow LL on his social media platforms, man. I still got a man. I gotta go find that Instagram page so I can post it
No, you don't.
on this one. Yeah,
No,
I
you
do,
don't.
man. Because you know what it is, man. In 2 days, it's Thursday Thursdays, man. And he be showing his green thumb and he be showing his ass and some other people that's on his channel, man. You go there and check it out, man. All right, time for final shots, man, on this Tuesday morning, man. LL, you up first, my brother. What you got to say to the people on their way to work today?
Yeah.
You gonna be sad when they when everybody start. I don't know what nobody would say. I don't care. Post whatever you got to post. But no, happy Tuesday morning. Get you some tacos if you like hot sauce. Put some of that on there. But man, don't y'all out there, man. Don't be scared of no division rival, man. Don't be scared of the Bears. If the Packers sign somebody, don't let that scare you. If the Vikings sign somebody, don't fret, man. We still, the Lions. Y'all still got y'all's friend Brad Holmes and y'all's friend Jared Goff, right? We not scared of them because we got the dream team or whatever it is. I don't know. Whatever. That's team's gonna get better and we just gotta get better too and beat their ass. That's all. Happy Tuesday.
All right, what you got, Coach Jones?
You gonna stop with that y'all's friend stuff? You know what? You know what? While I did, I was like, a little like, this, a little that, man. It's still, it's the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? We working, so I trust Brad Holmes wholeheartedly. I know that he puts his all into this team. I know him, Dan Campbell, Ray Agnew, they all put their all into the team. So they're working behind the scenes to get things done. Um, so don't get it mistaken, because I have full confidence and full faith in what they've done, because they've already done it. Look where we are now compared to where we was. So with that being said, man, stay tuned, and we might question some things, man, but hey, they're smarter than us. So, you know, we'll just leave it at that.
At least we think they is.
Yeah, armchair GMs. You know what I'm saying? We all have them out there. You know what I'm saying? Sitting at the kitchen
Yeah.
table, making the
I'm
plans and
I'm one.
whatever.
I'm one.
So you know,
We
we
all are. We
I'm an
all are.
we all
armchair
are at
GM.
some points. Yeah. But hey, man, for me, man, thank you for joining us, man. Starting your workday out with us, man. Excuse my son, he wants to be on the show this morning. But make sure you tune in tomorrow for our second day recap, man. And if you're having a good day at work, make sure you spread joy, because you never know when a small word of kindness can take someone's day. It can make someone's whole day change, man. Their whole outlook on life change. If you're not having a good day, don't steal no one else's joy, man, because that's just terrible, man. Why you? I know misery loves company, but man, knock it off. Hey, whatever you do in life, you know what you got to do for your man, Kurt. Still, you gotta boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For LL Cool Torrance and Coach Mike Jones, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.